Welcome back for a new top 5 list. As always, this is Goku Sun DBZ. Today, I chose also a different shirt to wear, one of my favorite Viking metal bands. So let's get this started. This is top 5 favorite fighting games from the period of 2000 to 2004. This is part 3 of a 6-part special mini-series of countdowns. So, first, some honorable mentions that didn't quite make the cut. Of course, this is during the 6th console generation. Honorable mentions. Dead or Alive Ultimate, which is a collection of 2 different volumes. King of Fighters 2000, which in my opinion is a criminally underrated KOF game. Also, honorable mentions, Bloody Roar 3 and Bloody Roar Extreme / Primal Fury. So, with that said, coming in at number 5, and by the way, there's 3 different ties on this list because it was hard. Coming in first at number 10, or number 5, tied with 2 separate games. The first one was released in 2002. Tied in 5th place is Tekken 4, in my opinion, the most underrated game in the entire Tekken series, by far. And the fact is, it was a very experimental game, I understand, but it would be the first game to really introduce a lot of stuff, like also story mode type elements that we would see further progression of in the franchise going forward, as well as the first fully arena moving, moveset wise 3D arena type style. It played probably very similar to that of, in my opinion, DOA series in that game, more so than any of the others in the franchise. But I appreciate it. I liked a lot of the music too. Tied with it at number 5, released in 2005, also for the PS2, just like Tekken 4, Tekken 5, which in my opinion maybe has the best soundtrack of the entire Tekken series. In my opinion, anyways. Tekken 5 soundtrack is just ridiculously good. Well, maybe tied for being best, in my opinion, with Tekken Tag 1. Coming in at number 4, if you hear the music in the background, this is Virgil's theme from Devil May Cry 5. And now you hear the music of Dante from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Coming in at number 4, also a tie, first released in 2001, exclusive to the original Xbox, Dead or Alive 3, which is easily one of my top 3 favorite Dead or Alive games. Tied with it at number 4, released in 2002, a great combat game, or rather weapon-based fighting game. Tied at number 4 is Soul Calibur 2, which still looks ridiculously good to this day, has aged very well compared to other fighting games of that time period. The Soul Calibur games have always been very good graphically. And Soul Calibur 2 is no exception. On Xbox, you could actually play it in 720p. In 2002, that's insane to think you could get HD quality on the original Xbox. But you could, believe it or not. Coming in at number 3 is my favorite of the Tekken series, released in 2000, a launch title for, of course, the PlayStation 2. Coming in at number 3 is Tekken Tag Tournament, which I love the game. I still do. Heck, I love Hybrid, which of course being in HD quality, but unfortunately my PS3 decided to die recently, so right now I'm trying to find a decent price for a replacement PS3, which sucks, by the way. Coming in at number 2 is a tie between 2 great games. A great 3D fighter and a great 2D fighter. It's a tie between released in 2000, originally on the Sega Dreamcast. Tied at number 2 is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And tied with it, released in 2005, exclusive to the PlayStation 2, Soul Calibur 3, which is my second favorite in the Soul Calibur franchise. I still love to this day. I think gameplay and overall content, Soul Calibur 3 is the best overall round package out of the entire franchise. And if you've never played Soul Calibur 3, do yourself a favor and check the game out. Coming in at number 1. Released in 2001, an incredible fighting game originally released strictly in Japan. On the Dreamcast, it would get a re-release here in the West on the original Xbox, the GameCube, and the PlayStation 2. Personally, my favorite Western release is the Xbox version, but still, not much can beat the original version on the Dreamcast. Coming at number 1 is Capcom vs. SNK 2. Yep, I like it more than Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Over the years, more and more I play, the more and more I appreciate Capcom vs. SNK 2. I think it's an incredible game. I didn't as much get into the first one, but I love the second one, and I think it's actually aged better gameplay-wise than Marvel vs. Capcom 2, in my opinion. I think the other is better because, one, Abyss sucks as a boss, while Capcom vs. SNK 2 has two of the greatest bosses of all time, Shin Akuma and God Rugal. In my opinion, God Rugal is one of the greatest fighting game bosses ever. Period. That's my opinion, though, keep in mind. And opinions are like noses. Everyone has one. But with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this top 5 list. Leave a comment below. What is your personal favorite fighting game from this time period, from 2000 to 2004? But with that said, I'll see you all next time for another top 5 list for 2005 to 2009. See you then. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel, and hopefully you enjoyed the DMC music.